Now, we'll have a conversation about that tonight.
Yeah, I don't know why he's waiting until tomorrow.
So what do you, Trey, you're emotional about this. What are you saying?
It's unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. It shows disrespect to your ball club. Everybody that comes in that locker room, you expect them to bring a certain effort, you know, a certain energy, regardless if you're winning or losing. And right there, I just think that's disrespectful to your locker room, it's disrespectful to ownership, and it's disrespectful to the game. There's no excuse for you not playing hard. And that's his whole mystique and bravado of him always running in hard. You see the helmet flying off when he hits a double when it lands. You need to have that same effort when you hit into a double play, and that's the bottom line.
Well, I mean, I've met Bryce a few times. He seems like a great guy, but, you know, maybe all those things that are written in the paper are true. Maybe this guy is not the guy that everybody thinks he is. I just feel like for him, that, with the way the Washington Nationals are playing right now, man, that hurts. If I was one of his teammates and I saw that effort, if we were 20 games above 500, that's different. But we're struggling, man. We're looking for guys to step up. And when we're looking for Bryce Harper to step up, he's nowhere to be found.
And then when you look at Max Scherzer a day ago, running out a base hit, and he's your star pitcher.
That's it.
That's the effort. So it's no excuse. You've already had a meeting.
Here's Scherzer, Train, to your point. This is your star pitcher on an infield
Head down.
Look at him.
Head down, smelling a base hit so he can turn the lineup over for his teammates to win a ball game. There's no excuse in that. I'm sorry. I mean, I was never the best player on any team, but everybody always respected my effort. Regardless if I gave up 8 runs, if I had 8 shutout, I was always out there working hard, not only for myself, but the name on the jersey in the front was important to me, and I've always been able to earn people's respect in that.
Well, I also feel like at this point in time, this is a huge situation for Dave Martinez right now.
Right.
I feel like first-year manager, the team is really, really struggling. Will he step up and take that leadership role in the locker room like all his guys hope he does? I feel like for Bryce, I mean, you never want to get on somebody's effort, but right there, man, it clearly shows that his frustrations are really starting to show now.
So there's a couple good points. First of all, I think with Harper, I don't think we're sitting here saying Bryce Harper doesn't work hard.
No, not at all.
When you are a superstar and your team has been bad and you're trying to figure out aesthetically that you cannot walk to first base on a double play when your pitcher does that the night before. I think you bring up a great point about Davey Martinez. He has been questioned a lot in D.C. by his own players, from what I was told, okay? He's a heck of a guy. He's trying to figure out his first-year manager. Now, let me ask you this. Based on what you just said, does he have to bench Bryce Harper tomorrow?
You're asking me if that's what I would do?
No, I'm asking, does he have to do it for the respect of the locker room?
In my sole opinion, I feel like the situation the Washington Nationals are in, he needs to step up and take some accountability. He needs to tell Bryce, hey, that's not what we're doing.
Does he have to bench him?
If I'm Dave Martinez, I sit that man for a day.
There you go.
Because I want to make a statement to my team.
What do you think?
He should sit himself. That's unacceptable. I mean, that's bottom line. He doesn't want that to be the lasting impression. People learn a lot about you when you struggle.
Right.
Everything's all good and you're hitting the ball to the upper
he's right,
deck.
Man. He's so right.
It's all easy then. This is the moment where people really measure what's in your heart.
And you're hitting around 210. It's not like you're hitting 350.
Man.
You're hitting 210.
I'm sliding head first.
Something,
like old man
I'm
River.
searching. I'm sniffing out hits. I'm doing anything I can to get myself on base and get my team going.
He's smarter than he knows the cameras are on him. He knows he's just got to do.
But maybe this is why the Washington Nationals, this might not be their year.
I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
I don't think so either.
Swish, I'm telling you, I think it is. It could be a seminal moment for Davey Martinez.
I think it's a huge moment for him.
I think you were onto it because it's like you're trying to figure it out, and does he send a message or not? It's going to be fascinating. I'm fascinated to see the lineup tomorrow.
I tell you what, he said he's having that conversation tomorrow. Boy, 7 o'clock, 6:30. I'm calling Bryce. Hey, man, we got to have this talk.
And hey, as a pitcher who has called a players-only meeting before, like Scherzer did, and then Scherzer goes out and runs last night, Scherzer say something to him?
Yeah. He has enough clout in that locker room, enough hardware, and he comes to play every single time his name is in that lineup. He has enough cachet, and it's important. And again, the window of winning opens and closes very, very quickly. They've had a bunch of cracks at this with this group of players. They've fired managers. At a certain point, you have to look yourselves in the mirror. He's the best player, one of the best players in all of baseball. He needs to start proving it with his effort, and everything else will come.
Well, also, too, man, you saw when Jonathan Papelbon went after Bryce Harper, and they got rid of Pap.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, Max Scherzer is probably one of the only guys in that locker room that can stand up and say something. And I'm interested to see what shakes down, man. I think this is a huge, huge situation for Dave. And in my opinion, I hope he makes the right one.
As the All-Star game descends on our nation's capital, the team that plays there is in disarray. Fascinating to watch the next couple of days and see how the Nationals react.